Before we get started, I just wanted to point out that you can find hundreds of videos about how to learn to draw art on my website, portraitartacademy.com. The link is below the video. There you can basically learn some of the same things as you would in university or college, but without having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. How much is it? Oh, it's pretty cheap. Just check it out. Does that mean the quality is bad? Absolutely not. It's great quality. I just didn't want to rip people off. Does that make sense? I don't have any money. Okay, you can get in for free. You're the one exception. Just because you're helping with some of the introductions and lessons here. Not like we need him, but okay. Oh, come on, I contribute a lot. Nah, let's just say we tolerate you. And sometimes we don't even do that. Anyway, let's get started.
Between 1600 and 1750, mannerism evolved into top-notch art, something the world had never seen before. The Baroque was a time of grand architecture, fancy decorative richness, while simultaneously, mankind was sparked by new intellect and global discovery.
As more and more colonies and countries were added to the map, many artists went out of their way to construct beauty. Styles were complex and dramatic. Iconic works came into the picture. It was a continuation of the mannerism and the Renaissance. But it just took everything to a higher level.
As telescopes and microscopes were being invented, the Protestant Church was on the rise, overthrowing dictators and rituals from hundreds of years and breaking through the Catholic traditions.
Baroque is the Portuguese word for misshaped pearl, and that's where the name comes from. Everything at that time had to be elegant. You could see that in the shapes, the curves, and the characters of the people involved in art.
During the Baroque, several prominent painters rose to the occasion. With 1,403 pieces of art, Rubens made a prolific impact on the world of art and the Baroque era. One artwork known to us was the Raising of Jesus on the Cross, a painting still visible in Antwerp's giant cathedral, and various other landscapes and religious paintings as well.
He paints nudes, but he loves religion? That's a weird combo if you ask me.
Not far from modern-day Belgium was another painter, a French artist known by the name of Nicolas Poussin. Following in the footsteps of other Renaissance painters, his works also contained both religious and mythological themes, with a combination of some nudity and flexing colors that were often rare and hard to find.
Another one. Man, there are so many of them. Did you just say man? Huh? In what context? I mean, woman, there are so many of them. Woman? Yeah, sure.
Although similarities could be seen between Poussin and other artists in that area, there was one edge that he had above those in surrounding countries that made him privileged: the Palace of Versailles.
The Palace of Versailles is one of the most artistic and biggest palaces that still remains today. King Louis XIV had it built, and various painters, designers, and developers made it more luxurious than you could ever imagine. It's gigantic! Didn't he have multiple mistresses? I heard that he was unfaithful to his wives, especially the first one. That's absolutely true. And he had more than a dozen children with them. And they were all out of wedlock. But he just married the children off to other royal family members to avoid accusations. It's pretty bad, but it's clever. It's disgusting. What a pervert. Amen to that. Finally, something we agree on. To sleep with all those women that he didn't even marry? Now that ain't right, if you ask me. Well, he must have been a spoiled brat.
The palace was, indeed, a luxurious escape, far from the hustle and bustle of the city Paris, and it became a major concern during the French Revolution about 1 century later. But despite the struggles, it has been preserved throughout the ages, and with its palace, hallways, mirrors, ornaments, paintings, statues, and grandeur, it is now being visited by some 15 million tourists every year.
You have to go there. If you're in Paris and you have a few days, because it definitely takes a day or two to walk through the entire Palace Museum. But I highly recommend it.
The Baroque was not just continuation of the Renaissance, it was an alteration, and new styles and themes are being invented as mankind pushes forward to explore the endless opportunities of art.